Hi, I'm Richard Randall, and welcome to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker, the owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. This is the weekly radio show that informs and educates you on how to buy or sell real estate with Colorado's Real Estate Authority, Barb Schlinker. Barb Schlinker is a retired Navy veteran. Barb is an author. Barb Schlinker is a pilot, and Barb and her team enjoy all that Colorado has to offer. Barb, always great to be talking with you. Now, we air Your Real Estate Voice, the show, every Saturday. And if you can't listen to the entire show, it is always available on Barb's site, barbhasthebuyers.com, or just go ahead and search Barb on most podcast platforms like Spotify, iHeartRadio, as well as all the others. Every week, Your Real Estate Voice covers great information about the housing market and one of the largest assets you have, that is your home. Barb, what are we going to be talking about today?
Well, thank you, Richard. And, I just found out just yesterday, I got notification that my podcast, so this radio show airs on all the different podcast, Apple, iHeart, and there's a whole bunch of them. And I've reached over 5,000 downloads on my podcast. I was like, wow.
Nice.
That's surprising.
That's a lot, but the information is good. And I would recommend for people who are downloading it, share it with people that you know, because as I always say, there is certainly a coworker, a relative, a niece, a nephew, grandchild, or a child. Somebody out there is going to benefit from the information we talk about every week.
Well, I hope it's good information, actually, Richard, and I enjoy doing it very much. So today we've got some great topics. The first one is about the new Robinhood mortgage rate system, which you let me come and talk about it last week, which was really cool about how, well, it's not cool for people with good credit, but basically what's going on is the FHFA, which runs Fannie and Freddie, and maybe FHA, I'm not really sure, but not VA, basically decided that they're going to help people with less than stellar credit, like less than 620 credit scores, by letting them have super, super low mortgage rates and charging higher rates to the people with good credit. So we're going to go into some detail about that and just talk about what's going on in the market. And then the next topic, I love covering this, what to do and what not to do to get your house ready for sale. Not everybody knows how to do it, and that's part of this, one of the services that we offer. And also some information about what you can do when you're ready to hire a real estate agent. So you have your own tools in your Batman tool belt about hiring, asking the right questions to real estate agents to pick the right person to handle one of your largest assets. And the last thing we're going to talk about is how to find the perfect home before you sell your next home. If my experience has taught me anything, a majority of people actually do not decide to sell until they are pretty sure that they have a decent destination lined up. And as always, I love talking about our hot new listings. So the government is not helping the real estate market right now. There's a lot of weird things that are going on. One of them is that the Fed continues to raise interest rates. All of the people on Wall Street are guessing that the Fed's going to keep stepping on gas, increasing the rates that banks make available to borrow money, which has a trickle up effect over time for what the mortgage rates will be. It was just the opposite last time, though. He raised it a quarter and the mortgage rates went down. So who knows what's going to happen in the future? But I always advise, if you can get a decent rate right now, or if you can find a property like a lot of the builders are offering to pay some of your closing costs, so you can negotiate to get your interest rate, your fixed interest rate lowered, definitely take advantage of those deals. And I can help you find those deals as well. And now they've started with this thing. I call it the Robinhood mortgage rate plan. I think it has a name. It's like equitable home ownership or something, something like that. And basically the way it works is the risky borrowers, the ones with a credit score below 620, who, by the way, are 40 to 56% more likely to stop paying on their mortgage, are going to get an unusually low rate down into the threes, 3.75, which just a year ago. That's why we had the boom going on, because the rates were down in the threes. And what they're going to do is the people that have a good credit score, like above 680, those borrowers that are far less likely to default on a loan are going to have to pay as much as 0.5% higher. These are people with a 720 credit score that are putting 20% down. Most banks would love to get a borrower like that, right? But no, they're going to charge them a higher interest rate, as much as 0.5%. And I actually did the math. I went up on Bankrate and tried to figure out, okay, what would that cost a homeowner that purchased a home under those circumstances over time? 0.5% interest rate over the average time frame that somebody would carry a mortgage, which is about 10 years, would mean about 20, it would cost them almost $25,000 more dollars in order to purchase a home, versus the people that are very, very risky that are getting a 3.75 rate. It's insane. I don't understand it, but I don't know if it's going to continue. I'm not really sure if Congress is going to step in and go, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense, because at the end of the day, FHFA is a government-owned entity, and it means over time, if these borrowers do default, it is more likely that those defaults are going to affect a government-owned entity. So it makes no sense to me. My name is Barb Schlinker. I'm with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty Colorado, and I am the host of Your Real Estate Voice, and we're talking about whether or not an increase in interest rates for borrowers, either from the Fed or this government-imposed increase, will affect the market. And also, what should home sellers, let me say that again, what should home sellers expect to see and what they need to do in this new market condition? I think it will absolutely surprise you. And if you are thinking of making a move, even when this market's kind of uncertain, it's not a bad market. The stats just came out, looks pretty good. The market is not crashing. I just got updated stats just a few minutes ago that indicate that the prices are going up again. And so we're starting to get back to almost peak levels already. I am Barb Schlinker. I have the website barbhasthebuyers.com. I've had that website since 2014. I have over 27,000 buyers in waiting, looking for homes. Many times I can find at least 100 buyers that are high match for almost any home. So if you are thinking of making a move, and you'd like to get a free in-home consultation about what to do and what not to do to get your house ready for sale, figure out what your home will sell for in this market, and how much, more importantly, how much you'll put in your pocket when it sells, go to barbhasthebuyers.com, click on Find My Buyer, or you can call or text 719-301-3900. Richard?
Barb, we're discussing the Fed's recent increase on the Fed borrowing rate and whether or not it has an effect on the housing market. So what should home sellers expect and do in this market situation?
Well, Richard, believe it or not, bidding wars like what we saw during the boom, it was insanity, especially in the Denver metro area. Wow, I remember talking to this one lady that came to look at my listing up in Woodland Park, and she goes, oh my gosh, if you're not ready to pay at least $100,000 over asking price, you're not going to get that home. So it was a little cooler in the El Paso County area. However, I am still seeing bidding wars. Just last weekend, we had a bidding war on a house. We ended up getting 6 offers, and it sold for quite a bit over asking price, almost 8% over asking price. And the days on market are actually going backwards. So in just 1 month, we went in El Paso County from 48 days on the market to 39. So that's a pretty big decrease. But at the end of the day, the buyers are a little bit pickier. Not every home flies off the shelf. So pricing and preparation are absolutely critical. So you want to make sure that you hire the agent that's an expert in helping you how to prepare the home for sale, that knows how to promote the home so you get the most money, and knows how to help you price it right so you get the most money. Now, why is that? We know that fewer buyers are interested in homes that need work. I have had listings like that they had other amenities that indicated that they should sell for top dollar, but buyers don't want to spend any money. 41% of buyers will reject a home that needs work, and 88% of buyers actually eliminate homes online. So you want to make sure that you get that right. Get the marketing right. And we help our clients do that all the time. So if you are thinking of making a move and you want to give us a call, our phone number is 719-301-3900. You could call or text that number. And if you'd like to get a free in-home consultation on what to do, what not to do to get your house ready for sale, we'll go over all the selling closing costs, give you a good idea what your home will sell for, so you'll know exactly how much you'll put in your pocket when it sells. That is a free service that we offer to our clients, even if you're a ways out, especially this time of year. We're happy to come out and give you kind of tips on how to prepare, even if you're planning to sell in the winter, because a lot of times what we like to do is take photos, no cost or obligation. That way you have that summer look while the grass is green and all the leaves are coming out and it looks really pretty. If you'd like to give us a call, just call us at 719-301-3900. Richard?
You're listening to Your Real Estate Voice. That's Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And if you are thinking of making a move, by all means, call Barb at 719-301-3900 or just visit barbhasthebuyers.com. Easy to remember, barbhasthebuyers.com. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be discussing what to do and what not to do to get your home ready for sale. You don't want to miss that, so stay tuned.